Let's start our Monday off by exposing some losers in crypto. That's right, some players who bought the tip, not the dip, and they're supposed to be the experts. We're also going to look at some price action. Altcoins, a little bit of trouble going on. A new IPO that might be juicy out there. Are we talking circle gains? We'll talk XRP price action, along with Peter Schiff saying, yo, Saylor, did you buy the dip? No, he didn't. And Saylor might be out of money. The maxis are worried, and
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Happy Monday. Let's have some fun, learn a few things, talk crypto, and do your comments because you, the viewer, matter most. That's why I bring them up in the beginning. Shane Wilkins dropping support on the channel, says you were the man. Happy Sunday. I appreciate all your work, man. Let's buy some H for huh? Yo, there was lots of things on sale this weekend. I did pick up a little bit of silver. I did pick up some crypto. I was patient. I waited months for some cheap prices, and yeah, they're bouncing back. Not as juicy as we would like them to. Let's be real here. We're going to talk the altcoins, how much they rebounded. We're going to talk crypto. We're going to talk about a juicy IPO that's going to be coming out. Lots of stuff. Marty Folkers has been buying up my three faves. Beautiful sales going on at Montgomery Ward's catalog. Yes, I'm old. Hey, you're not old. I even bought a TV at Circuit City. Kids don't even know what the hell Circuit City is right now. KB Toys? Anyone? Yeah, see, I told you viewers' comments are fun. Eugene Lynch's class, I give my fiance Marilyn a shout out. I will give her a shout out. Marilyn, there you go, is your shout out. Pretty pleased with lots of XRP suriness on top. She loves your show, and so do I, sir. Bitcoin sitting at 100,498, E2303, XRP 203. Okay, what do you notice, all right? You notice that BTC clawed its way back mostly, while a lot of our faves really haven't. Check this out. This is the altcoin season index right now. We're at 14 out of 100, which means BTC kept most of its price action. Yes, it slid, but it clawed its way back. Look at this. The highest the alts were compared to BTC was 43 out of 100 all the way on May 9th. We have now slid, all right? Last week, all right, the 18th of June, we're at 23. Now we're at 14. So this last move, what did you see? BTC is a store of value play. So you're going to see a lot of players out there talk about, oh, BTC dominance, BTC this, that. Well, guess what? Maybe some of the biggest BTC players out there, they might be out of money. Let's start it off with Peter Schiff saying, other than Saylor, who's buying the dip below 100,000? Well, guess what? I said he didn't buy below 100,000, you tard. I said that 17 hours ago. How accurate was that? I was very accurate. Just watch when he posts on Monday and he bought around 103,000. Well, guess what? He didn't buy at 103,000. Saylor bought the tip. He bought $26 million at $105,856. Yeah, that's right. He bought at 105 to almost 106,000. Here's the key though. He only bought $26 million worth. So does this mean that Saylor's out of money? Are the players out there supporting strategy, whether it's through future debt, whether it's through stock sales, are they losing faith in the BTC strategy? Dude, 26 million is nothing, number one. And number two, he doesn't have a strategy. He just has to buy. He buys at the tips, and it's insane because guess what? He's already in the red on that purchase a ton. So yeah, Peter Schiff throwing a little hate. He's a gold bug, saying that, oh, Saylor bought the dip. Saylor didn't buy the dip. He bought the tip, and he's running out of money. Let's keep learning, all right? Let's keep going. Major firms accelerate BTC accumulation. Cardone Capital and Metaplanet double down. I'm bringing this up because as Saylor seems to be slowing down his purchases and running money, others are ramping it up. According to recent announcements, Cardone Capital plans to grow its BTC holdings further, targeting an additional 3,000 BTC. So compare that to Saylor's, how many did he purchase? 245? Yeah, you see what I'm saying. This would represent another $400 million BTC treasury. Who else? Metaplanet wants to raise its total holdings to 11,000 BTC with about 1.1 billion worth. Whoa. Okay, here's the thing. All these players out here are trying to get people to FOMO into BTC to pump up their bags. Because think about it. If they're pumping up their own bags, they don't get profit. But if they get retail and other people to pump up their bags, oh, that's where the profit comes from. So see, what this is just a big game of crypto hot potato. They're just hoping that other people pump them up and that they can kind of create the FOMO. That's why, like, when Saylor does all his stupid, like, orange bubble things, look at this here. Let's go look at some Saylor orange bubbles, okay? We're going to do this. We got to go scroll through. Okay. See? Most of his orange bubbles are at the top. He's trying to create FOMO. Do you notice when Bitcoin was its cheapest, he wasn't buying then? He only bought Bitcoin during FOMO levels. He is trying to get other people to pump his bags while using other people's money to create a FOMO strategy. This is so messed up. All right, let's talk about IPOs. OKX Exchange plans a U.S. IPO months after settling DOJ challenges. Now, will this be as big as Circle? No, but maybe juicy. Let's find out. OKX, a crypto exchange, plans to launch an initial public offering IPO to the U.S. market. Just 2 months prior, OKX settled all of its lawsuits with the U.S. So obviously Torres is dragging her feet. That's right. OKX is excited to make a quick turnaround from being accused of regulatory violations to now launching IPO. Crypto journalist Young Yang wrote on X that OKX, one of the top 3 global exchanges, will consider an IPO after relaunching in the U.S. in April. From IPOs to crypto treasury stocks, crypto is booming right now, and the rally is playing out in the stock market. Reason this is happening is because everyone is seeing now what happened with Circle. Gemini did the same thing. They're like, yo, this is nuts. We want to get in on this. So now OKX is doing the exact same thing. So, yo, just because one door didn't maybe present itself to you, another door might be opening. Let's keep learning. Anthony Pompliano's ProCap Financial may raise $1 billion in a Bitcoin treasury merger. Wait a minute, Klaus. What do you got for us? Oh, another one. Anthony Pompliano's announcement of ProCap Financial's merger with Columbus Circle Capital represents a landmark in the crypto sector. This business combination is designed to create a publicly traded company. Oh my gosh, another IPO, another public company. This would be a SPAC though, okay? Here you go. More players wanting to go public because of what Circle did. This would be a business designed to create a publicly traded company with the capacity to hold $1 billion in Bitcoin in the balance sheet. Whoa, you see what I'm saying? So players are going SPAC, IPO. They're going a whole bunch of different ways to raise public money in order to go with BTC crypto strategies. So whether exchanges, whether it's stable coins, crypto is hot, but not necessarily hot on what you're thinking in terms of native token, but hot on the traditional finance marketplace. So pay attention to that. All right. Now, overall in the crypto market, volume is strong this Monday. Why? Because traditional finance opens up. They're trading the action that happened over the weekend. Volume right now, 131 billion. We talked about the altcoin season index, 14 out of 100. That's not good. We're in the fear zone right now. So obviously it makes sense, right? We saw what happened with the prices over the weekend. Now here's the thing though. Market cap, 3.13. Look at the erosion of market cap in crypto here over the last couple weeks. We're sitting at like 3.4 trillion. We're at 3.1 trillion. Okay, so we got some time to claw back. Inflows, neutral over the last several days. We understand why. BTC, let's talk about BTC price, right? Go to the last 7 days. You can see the weirdness that's happened, right? We touched some low numbers. I told you, if you want to see what happens in the crypto market, just pay attention to BTC. It's all you had to do. BTC went to 98 and change. Yeah, now it's come back to 102. Still nowhere near it was before the craziness that happened with the United States doing a little bunker buster action, but still clawing its way back. That's why the altcoin season swung to a low of 14, BTC dominance. It sucks. I want the alts to roar, trust me, but it ain't time yet. Fourth quarter, it seems like it could be juicy. Regs, lowering rates. You could have some good economic action going on too. Also, a little bit of inflation cooling down. That'd be kind of nice. Okay, XRP specifically. Yeah, we're clawing our way back. Yes, you were able to buy some dipperoni. But yo, this is not healthy. The 7-day chart had us at 230. We dropped way, way down here into the low 190s. Let's go to those candlesticks specifically to see what happened here. And I told everyone, look, don't chase. I told everyone, don't chase. You want sub $2 XRP? You can't chase. People are like, bro, no way, you can't get sub $2 XRP. Well, you had to wait. And I told you had to wait. Your last chance to get sub $2 XRP was all the way back here the 11th of April. You had to wait 2+ months, about 2.5 months. You were able to do it. That being said, check this out. You were rewarded for waiting and not chasing. That's been the whole point. Now, here's the candlesticks, okay? You had 2 of them that printed back-to-back on the 15-minute here for lows of 190. As soon as I saw 2 candlesticks back-to-back on 190 and then a real quick turnaround within the next hour and a half, I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Now, that being said, we're floating right around the $2 mark, right? That's key. Something happens where we flare up again in the Middle East, you know the way we're going. All of a sudden, we get some peace talks, you know which way we're going from there, right? To the upside. That being said, zoom out, though. You could see, when Iran right here on the 16th of June was talking about peace, that pumped XRP up, and the rest of the alts with it up to like 230. So you can see there's definitely room for some optimism play here. You just have to be flexible and ready for that action. But look at that. When tensions escalate, boom, 190. So you've got a 40-cent swing, a 20% swing on Middle East tensions right now with XRP. So keep your options open, your eyes and ears open. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out, because I bring you the news 7 days a week. And remember, certain players out there are starting to run out of money. Yes, Michael Saylor, I'm talking about you, because you only bought 26 million BTC at about $106,000 when BTC did get to 96,000. So you could have saved 10,000 per BTC. But remember, it doesn't work like that with him, because he has to do it ahead of. So now what have we learned? Well, we've learned that opportunities are there if you're patient and if you have the money ready in order to play the market. But the key is this, though, all right? There's always things happening, and there's always things moving, whether it's gold, whether it's oil, whether it's crypto, whether it's stocks, and you're starting to see these players move into the stock market, but through the crypto fray. So whether it's Circle doing their thing, whether it's OKX wanting to do their thing, whether it's companies wanting to do BTC strategies doing their thing in the stock market, you're starting to see players wanting to tap into traditional finance. Why? Because there's a want and there's a need for it. Because there's a lot more protection in the traditional finance markets than there is the crypto markets. Traditional finance markets, look, as much as we want to poo-poo on them, there's more protections. There's a lot more stability in those markets. They are a bit boring. I know, they only trade 5 days a week. We were able to trade this action all weekend. We were able to buy the dip. I get it. But the reality is a lot of players out there prefer that boringness, right? It's something that people are used to for like 100+ years, especially with the United States stock market. So that familiarity breeds what? Breeds confidence. Now, that being said, we've seen if Iran wants to come to the table, do full ceasefire, full negotiation, markets are going to roar. If they want to escalate stuff, markets are going to poop themselves. 40-cent swing with XRP we've seen in like the last week or so. So yeah, opportunities are there. Taco Bell, just like the girl says it in the car. You're not a chicken nugget place, you're a taco place. Taco Bell. So be open, be ready, be patient, because for those of you out there that said, oh bro, we're never getting sub $2 XRP again, the train left the station, well, that was wrong. And I kept telling you had to be patient, and for those of you that were patient, you were rewarded. What about HBAR fans out there? Yeah, shopping. I got denied the Circle IPO. Because I got denied the Circle IPO, I had cash ready. Because I had cash ready, I was able to buy some silver, I was able to buy some crypto. One door closes, another door opens. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo biz natural. I'll bring more news as it happens. I'll catch y'all later.